Hi, this is Derek Ashmore. You're watching this video probably because you're going to be attending my hands-on session for Terraform microservices in the cloud coming up shortly. Um, Basically, these instructions, in addition to being verbal and demoed right here, they are also online. I'm going to show you how to find them. If you go to Google or any search engine and you type in Derek Ashmore GitHub, essentially what comes up is my GitHub page. My profile has the Terraform Hands-On Lab anchored to the profile page. So somewhere on that page, typically in the lower right, is the Terraform Hands-On Lab. And what you see here is the Terraform Lab project, which we're going to download, but also the setup instructions that I'm going to go through online for you. Okay? So let's go into part one, and that's install Terraform. The first thing we're going to do is install Terraform. And if you have the instructions in front of you, right, in the upper part of step one is the link for the Terraform download page at terraform.io. So we are going to go, this is a Windows machine, so I'm going to choose Windows. But if you are a Mac, you want to choose Mac, and likewise some type of Linux or whatever it is you're running. This is a 64-bit machine, so I'm going to do 64-bit. This is an unzip and go kind of install. One of the easiest installs on the planet. And once on Windows at least, you can click into it. All it is an executable. Easy to expand with an unzip if you're Linux. If you're Linux or one of the other operating systems. One of the things that I always do is I create a subdirectory called software that has my software installs under it, and I've created one called Terraform. You can see it's been used before. All you need to do is paste the executable into the subdirectory to get it going, but then it's also very handy to have it in your path. So on a Mac, I'm not a Mac guy, so I don't know how to put it in your class path. On a Windows machine, basically you can search for the word environment, and an option to set your environment variables comes up. And I've already done this, so I will show you what I've done. I've basically just created a environment variable that describes the home for the Terraform executable, and in my path I have added the path. So now, after you do that, you should be able to go to any command line anywhere and type terraform-v, which just reports the version number. And for whatever reason, my net connection is slow today, but it should give you something like this. Anyway, that's it. Let's go on to the next step. This lab uses AWS, Amazon Web Services functionality. If you already have a personal account, you can just skip this section. There's no need to sign up for a second one. Some people, this lab, actually let me back up. This lab costs less than $1. My recommendation is that you use a personal account to do this lab rather than borrow your corporate account for what is in essence a non-corporate purpose. The reason I say that is we create an entirely new VPC, several subnets under it. Not everybody in their corporate account is given that access, and if you don't have that access, you won't be able to do the lab with your corporate account. As I say, the lab itself typically costs less than $1. If you follow all the instructions. Underline, boldface that phrase. We destroy everything we create at the end. In reality, I'm largely free tier. The only piece that we do that isn't free tier is we create a NAT gateway so that our private subnets can talk to the internet. But that's the only thing that we do that should cost you money. And very little money at that, like I said, less than $1. So I recommend, if you don't have a personal account, you go ahead and create one. And if you look at step 2, there's a link in the middle that essentially will escort you directly to the Amazon Create Account page. It will require a credit card, but if you follow the instructions, this is a very cheap exercise. If you don't want to follow the instructions, or you're nervous about signing up for an Amazon Web Services account, you can watch the lab in demo mode. In other words, it will be a demo for you because I will be doing it when we do the lab, so you can watch the screen and watch what happens when I do it, or watch what happens when your neighbor does it. But anyway, follow the prompts. It will ask you for a credit card, and let's do the remainder of the setup. Okay, the last thing we need to do is install the Terraform code in the hands-on lab onto your workstation or laptop. And there are 2 ways to do that. First, if you have Git installed, and only if you have Git installed, you can start Git bash or start a command line that has access to Git and just copy paste this command into Git bash and execute it, and it will clone the project. It's publicly available. Assuming you do not have Git, don't bother to install it just for this. Not worth the effort. What you will do is you will come back to the top of the lab page, and on the clone or download control, what you will do is download the zip. And I have done this before, so I'm getting a 1 extension. But anyway, after it's just an ordinary zip, if you wander into it, you can copy the whole subdirectory to a place on your hard drive of your choice. I've established a temp directory for this because I already have it local on my machine, and there you go. Similarly, if you're running Linux or iOS, you can unzip it to a location of your choice, and that's it. Essentially, what's in there is everything that we will need for the lab. I'm looking forward to seeing you there. Bye.